Kion had always known he was different, but he never imagined how deeply destiny had carved his future. The sun rose over the Pride Lands with golden warmth, painting the savannah in shimmering light. Birds scattered across the sky while herds moved in peace. Unaware that the balance of the land rested quietly in the paws of a young lion still discovering himself, Kion stood on a rocky ledge near Pride Rock, staring at the horizon, feeling the same strange energy that had followed him since he was a cub. It was the magic inside him, the ancient roar of the elders calling him toward a path he was sure he was ready for. He remembered the first time the roar escaped him. He was frightened, confused, and certain that he had broken some sacred rule. But his father Simba saw something else in him, a spark of greatness. The same fire that once lived in Mufasa and the kings who came before them. Yet even Simba could not fully understand the storm building in Kion's heart. Kion felt the pressure every day. He'd been chosen at such a young age, given a power even adults would tremble to hold. The magic roar was not just energy, it was responsibility, a calling that didn't allow mistakes. As Kion walked down the path from Pride Rock, he heard Bunga's cheerful voice echo across the rocks. "Hey Kion, what's with the serious face? Did someone steal your spot on Pride Rock again?" Kion laughed softly, relieved at the distraction. Bunga always had a way of pulling him out of his thoughts. "No, Bunga, just thinking about the roar again. It feels stronger today." Bunga grinned proudly. "Good, because we might need that strength soon." Some animals near the eastern plains say they've seen strange movements in the grass. Could be hyenas, could be something bigger. Kion nodded, the weight returning to his chest. The roar pulsed again like a heartbeat, urging him forward. As the lion guard gathered fully poised and focused, Besht calm and steady, Ono watchful as ever they could, all sensed something was shifting. Fully nudged Kion gently with her shoulder. "If the roar feels stronger, then trust it. Your power grows when the Pride Lands need it." Kion appreciated her confidence, even if he wasn't sure he deserved it. The journey to the eastern plains felt different today. The wind was heavier, strange scents drifted through the grass, and the ground vibrated with distant rumbling. Kion paused, listening carefully. The roar inside him whispered warnings he couldn't fully understand. When they reached the plains, they found evidence of something unusual, large claw marks, deeper than any hyena could make. Bunga sniffed the air and jumped backward. "Whoa! That is not a hyena smell. That smells like trouble with extra trouble." Kion frowned, examining the tracks. Whatever was here was powerful, and it wasn't afraid to enter their territory. They followed the trail. A loud growl echoed from the shadows. The lion guard froze. Emerging from the tall grass was a massive rogue lion, scarred and dangerous, his eyes filled with bitterness. His presence made the air heavy. He stepped forward slowly, glaring at Kion. "You are the cub with the legendary roar, the one chosen by fate.
Wow.
How disappointing that you look so small. What matters is that the Pride Lands are weak, and I have come to take what your father claims as his own." Their lion guards spread out instantly, each member blocking his path, trying to protect Kion. Fuli zipped around him, Besht created distance, and Bunga attempted a fearless distraction. But the rogue was experienced. He knocked Bunga aside with a single swipe and cornered Kion. "Use it!" the lion growled mockingly. "Use your roar, little prince. Show me why everyone fears you." Kion's heart raced. If he lost control, he could hurt not just the rogue but his own friends. The tension built until Kion finally summoned the courage. He narrowed his eyes, planted his paws firmly on the earth, and allowed the ancient magic to rise. The sky reacted instantly. Winds swirled. Clouds twisted overhead. The spirits of the past gathered behind him, glowing faintly. When Kion opened his mouth, the roar exploded like a hurricane. The rogue lion was thrown backward, tumbling across the plains and landing hard but alive. The ground trembled long after the roar faded. Bunga ran to Kion, eyes wide. That was amazing! But Kion didn't celebrate. He stared at the ground, shaking slightly. Each time he used the roar, he felt a little more of its power slip beyond his control. The rogue lion staggered to his feet, gasping. Now I see. I see why the legends speak of you. But power like that, it corrupts you. Even the strongest lions fall to it. Before anyone could stop him, he turned and disappeared into the grass, leaving behind an uneasy silence. Slaha! The lion guard regrouped, but Kion couldn't shake the rogue's words. The roar had saved them, yes, but the force he felt today was stronger, wild, almost alive with its own will. As they walked back home, Besh noticed Kion's distant expression. You protected us. That's what matters. Kion smiled faintly. I know. But what if one day the roar becomes too strong? What if I can't control it? Fully stepped in front of him, forcing him to stop. You're not alone. The roar chose you for a reason. And we trust you. You should trust yourself too. Their reassurance helped, but the night brought new doubts. Kion stood beneath the stars, remembering Mufasa's voice echoing in his dreams. The roar is a gift, Kion, but its strength depends on your heart. He looked upward, hoping for another sign, another message. A soft breeze brushed against him, warm, calming, and he felt a gentle presence. He closed his eyes, listening. A faint whisper, like a distant memory, passed through the air. Courage will guide you. The next day, a new challenge came. A massive rock slide had trapped several animals in a canyon. 4. The ground was unstable, and the slightest noise could trigger another collapse. Kion's heart pounded. He couldn't use the roar here not without risking lives. The lion guard moved carefully, working together, saving animals one by one. Kion used his voice, not his power, guiding them calmly. It showed him something important. He didn't need the roar to be a leader. Then disaster struck. A boulder shifted, threatening to crush a young gazelle. Without thinking, Kion jumped forward and pushed the gazelle to safety as the ground gave way beneath him. He slid dangerously close to the canyon edge. Dust filled the air. Rocks crumbled. His friend shouted his name. Kion dug his claws in, but began to slip. The roar inside him pulsed strongly, wanting to burst out. Q took a deep breath and whispered to himself, not out of fear, only out of purpose. With total focus, he allowed the roar to rise not wildly, but gently. A controlled burst shook the ground just enough to stabilize the rocks. His friends rushed in, pulling him back to safety. When the dust settled, Kion realized something important. The roar did not control him. He controlled the roar. That night, the Pride Lands glowed under the moonlight as animals gathered around Pride Rock to thank the Lion Guard. Simba stood proudly, watching Kion with admiration. But it was Nala who approached him quietly, touching her forehead to his. You found your balance today. The roar responds to your heart, Kion, and your heart is strong. Kion looked out across the land. He felt something new. Calm, confident connection to the roar. It no longer felt like a burden. It felt like a partnership. A spirit of protection, awakened through love for the Pride Lands. He closed his eyes and breathed deeply, feeling the ancient power settle within him. For the first time, he truly believed that he wasn't just a young lion with a dangerous gift. Yeah, he was the guardian that Pride Lands needed. The roar of the elders resonated quietly within him, not as a storm, but as a guiding light. And this was only the beginning of his rise.